Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome to my channel. This is Messy Mysteries and I am Kshitija Karpe. This is my first video. I mean, not like first video. I have already posted one video. If in case you have not watched that video, please do go and watch it. It is more of a introduction video where I've explained ki what my videos are going to be about, what this channel is going to be about. So if you have not watched, just go and watch that video to get a better understanding. Let's get into this video. But before that, let me give you a disclaimer that whatever information I am going to give you is all factual, and I have just combined the information I have found on internet or the articles, and people we are going to talk about are real life people. So please be respectful while commenting or talking anything about them in comment sections. And for the content warning, let me tell you, this video is about crime against minor. The victim of this video is a minor, and if that is not something you want to listen or surround yourself with, please feel free to click out, because your mental health is more important to me. Now that's done, and if you're still here, then let's get into the video. Boy, she was loved by everyone. She was loved by her parents, her old brother. I mean, just started a kindergarten. So, and he just adored her. I mean, उसकी best friend थी उसकी बड़ी बहन. I mean, she was like that anyone will find her adorable. And for an 8-year-old, she was actually very mature and understanding, which you'll get to
Francila
know why
was
an
an
8-year-old
girl.
But yeah, it was 29th June, and she was dropped off by her school bus near her usual spot, but she never returned home. 2-3 years, and no one knew why. No one knew where she was. To begin with, how that day started, it was a normal day. It was going as usual. Her dad, Francisco Vaz, was in Netherlands. It was, and again, it was not unusual for them. It was his job. He used to travel around the world for his job, and this time it was Netherlands, and she used to be at home. The only thing was that unfortunately, her mother suffered from a tumor and had to undergo a surgery a year prior. She was still recovering. I mean, come on, tumor is no joke. It is a very huge thing. It is a very complicated surgery. So it takes time to recover, and one of the problems which she faced was she used to forget things. Like even small things she used to forget. And her dad was, even though he used to travel, he used to make sure that his children don't face any problem, or his wife don't feel like she can't do her daily chores. So what he used to do was he used to write a small post-it notes and stick around the house. मतलब for example, her brother's पिकअप टाइम, बस स्कूल पिकअप टाइम कि इतने बजे उसकी बस आने वाली है, सो बी रेडी और ड्रॉप हिम ऑन दी पॉइंट, और डोंट फॉरगेट टू पैक lunch boxes. It's like small things. He used to stick them around so that it was easy for her to do her daily chores. And so it was same that day. Shirley, Francila's mom, woke her up, got her ready for school, and dropped her near the pickup stop, because her brother used to come home at the same time when she used to leave for school. Primary schools are usually in the afternoon, which is around 11:30, 12, and they leave by 4-5 in the evening. She dropped her and usually her mother used to go and pick her up from the bus stop also. But as I said, that Francilla was actually very mature for her age and very understanding, because she knew that her mother is suffering, her mother is recovering from her illness, and so she told her mother that she no longer needs to come and pick her up in the evening, because the medications which her mother was taking, उससे नींद आती थी. Like as soon as you take that medication, she used to feel dizzy and not very good. So she had to lie down, she had to take a nap. So उसे पता था फ्रांसिला को कि नहीं, my mom is suffering, my mom needs help. So she just told her that you no longer need to come and pick me up. And ऐसे नहीं था कि वो अकेली थी जो वो स्टॉप पे उतरती थी. देयर वर सम किड्स यूज्ड टू लिव अराउंड, वो भी उधर ही उतरते थे, उनके पेरेंट्स या उनके केयर टेकर उनको लेने के लिए आते थे. सो इट वॉज फाइन. एरिया वेयर शी यूज्ड टू लिव, I mean, I stay near that area, so which is, so I know that area, so I know that place very well. And the area where she used to live specifically, उधर बहुत सारे दुकान है, लाइक बहुत सारे दुकान है. एंड स्पेशली ड्यूरिंग 4 और 5 o'clock सब शॉप्स ओपन रहते हैं. सो इट्स नॉट लाइक कि बहुत सन्नाटा रहता है, इट्स अ क्वाइट स्ट्रीट और कुछ डर लगता है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं था. तो इट वॉज ओके, लाइक ठीक है, वो आ सकती है अपने घर पे. और कुछ ज़्यादा दूर उसका, like the stop where the bus used to drop was not very far away from her home, so it was okay. So that was her routine. 29th June 2015 was no different for Va's family, but who knew that it was going to turn different? It was going to be the worst nightmare come true for them. उसके डैड को आदत थी कि whenever his kids used to get home, he used to call and check कि घर पे आए या नहीं, सब ठीक है ना, खाया, what you did in the school, just a normal inquiry to stay in touch with his kids. So उसके डैड ने वैसे ही नॉर्मली कॉल किया उसके मॉम को पूछने के लिए that is she home. And that time her mom realized, I mean, as I told you that her mom used to sleep during that time. So that time her mom realized that, oh my God, she's not home. And it's already been over half or 1 hour. Her mom actually started to panic. As you know that she was already sick with a literal toddler with her. So she actually panicked a lot. So first thing she did was she informed her neighbors. She told them that Francilla is not returned home and she just don't know what to do. They informed people they knew from other societies, other buildings around them, and they all started looking for Francilla. Called family who lived nearby, and she informed her sister who used to live in Mira Road, and her sister and her husband immediately got there and started looking for Francilla. After, when some time was passed and they were still not able to find Francilla anywhere, FIR was registered in Rabaya police station, and police and her neighbors started looking for her. Time and immediately started searching for Francilla. Who was in Netherlands, and he was informed about his missing daughter. I just can't imagine how heartbreaking it is, like being miles away and getting a news like this. Next morning, which is 30th June को वो India वापस आ गए थे, and he joined police and other people to find his daughter. Usually ऐसे cases में first doubt ऐसे लोगों पे जाता है जिन्हें हम जानते हैं. So obviously they asked Shirley and Francisco if they felt like they knew कि हाँ ये हो सकता है, ये हो सकती है. And they actually gave a name, but I didn't find that name because obviously they they did nothing wrong. They did give a name. She was a lady from the church who actually had no child of her own, and she used to always talk negative about Francilla, and so they thought that she might have done something. I know it doesn't sound like a reason to abduct a child, but as I said in the start of the video, you never know what goes inside people's mind. So they did investigate, but it was a dead end. There was nothing found there. They even talked to every relative, and not just talked, they investigated every relative, including Shirley's sister, Sophia, and her husband. But again, they thought it was a dead end. And after so many dead ends and no actual lead to follow, they finally had a breakthrough. At least they thought they had. I mean, I wouldn't say that it. I wouldn't say it was a complete waste. It actually led to something. There was a little misinformation in that piece of information. So, a 15-year-old boy, Darian Fernando, who used to stay near Francilla's building, saw her get into a red car. Now, remember this information, red car, while he was going for his tuitions. So, it was a very important information, and police just started looking for that red car. Now there are CCTVs around various toll plazas. Even on normal highways, there are CCTV cameras. So police immediately started looking into every footage from 29 June after 4:35, because they knew confidently कि वो school गई थी, वो school bus में भी चढ़ी, and she even got off on her यूजुअल स्पॉट, बिकॉज जो बाकी के बच्चे थे जो सेम स्पॉट पे उतरते थे या उनके पेरेंट्स थे, उन्होंने उनको उसको देखा था. दे इवन सॉ हर एंटरिंग हर बिल्डिंग. सो इतना पता था कि 4:35 तक वो किधर थी, वो पक्का पता था. सो पुलिस स्टार्टेड लुकिंग एट द फुटेज आफ्टर दैट. नाउ दे did find a red car with a little girl in a passenger seat. But again, it was a dead end, because the person in that red car was actually driving his own daughter. But then police actually, I mean, I'm so glad that they actually thought about it. They thought that the witness is a 15-year-old boy who actually already might be scared कि जो लड़की को वो हमेशा देखता है या might even know her is all of a sudden gone, and police needs to talk to him. Police सवाल पूछ रहे, like even we'll get scared in that situation. So he's just a 15-year-old kid. So there are chances कि मतलब उसने देखा होगा उसको गाड़ी में जाते हुए, बट देर आर चांसेस कि वो गाड़ी रेड कलर की ना हो. इट कैन बी सम अदर कलर. वो उसका माइंड कंफ्यूज हुआ होगा और कलर में कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट हुआ होगा. सो व्हाट पुलिस डिड वाज दे स्टार्टेड लुकिंग at every car, like literally every car. They started looking for a little girl in a passenger seat. Now I know there are chances कि maybe वो passenger seat में ना हो, उसको पीछे डाला हो या whatever, but I mean it was worth a try, right? So they started looking for every car and not just red car, and guess what, they actually found her. They found her exiting Airoli toll plaza. She was literally sitting in the passenger seat, and from the footage it looked like abducted, like forcefully कार में बंद किया हो या forcefully लेके जा रहा है कोई, which meant the person who was sitting beside her, she knew that person. And guess what? Everyone knew that person. that person was actually in front of them the whole time. He pretended to look for her, he pretended to care for her. How can you do that? Yeah, she was calm because that person didn't was feel like none she other was than her uncle, her Masi's husband. As I told, Shirley had a sister, Sophia, whom she called after Francilla went missing. Yeah, exactly. It's her husband. He was the one who was clearly seen in that CCTV footage. अब पुलिस को just give up नहीं करना था वो information, like उसको chance नहीं मिलना चाहिए to run away or to take any action. So they just didn't reveal the information. और he used to stay in Mira Road. तो पुलिस सिविल क्लोथ्स में उसके बिल्डिंग के नीचे जाके खड़े हो गए टू चेक व्हाट ही इज डूइंग, व्हाट ही डज. उसके बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन निकाला. सबने उसके बारे में बहुत अच्छा बोला. लाइक ही इज़ अ वेरी काम पर्सन. ही फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यूज्ड टू वर्क इन नेवी, तो वो ज़्यादा इधर रहता ही नहीं था. Whenever he used to be here, he was a good person. He was a nice citizen. He was a lovely dad. यही सब information मिला. तो even police were like कि if he is that good, if he is that ideal citizen, then why? He's a nice person. So there are chances that Francilla is still alive. Francilla, he has just kept her in a hideout or something. So that was the main reason they kept eye on him to see where he goes. If he goes to that hideout, so that Francilla का location मिले और वो उसको rescue करे. But वो किधर भी नहीं गया. Like वो अपने घर जाता था, घर से निकलता था. वो ऐरोली उसको ढूंढने आता था. बस उतना ही उसका रूटीन था. एंड फाइनली ऑन 2nd July, like a formal arrest was made on the basis of the evidence they have found. And when they took him in for questioning, he revealed a very disturbing information. He confessed that he not only kidnapped Francilla, but also murdered her. And it was not like कि उसने abduct किया, उसको रखा किधर, 1-2 दिन रुका and then he murdered her. Police arrested him. He murdered her within an hour after he abducted Francilla. And that is very sad. Like कोई चांस ही नहीं था उसको बचाने का. Like within an hour he murdered her. It's frustrating. Her own uncle suffocated her by putting a plastic bag over her head. Now imagine a 42-year-old man suffocating an 8-year-old girl. There was nothing she could have done. There is nothing she could have done in her defense. And it's really sad. And if that was not enough, he removed her clothes. No, thankfully, there were no signs of sexual assault, but he did remove her clothes and threw them away so that she would not be identified easily. I don't get that, but he did it. He's a dumb, and he did it. So, because clothes are not something which is only means of identification. I mean, there are some very solid and very scientifically appropriate means of identification, which I am glad he didn't thought about. And just, it would have been horrible. So yeah, but still, like taking off her clothes was not a good move. Murdering her was not a good move to start with. Her body, which was near Godbandar Road in Thane, which is actually around. Now the main question is why? Why would you do anything to any child? It's it's disgusting. But especially someone from your family, your own niece, why would you do that? Was the main question. Even police were like, why would you do that? To the place. Actually, Francila's dad, Francisco, was not very surprised. I mean, he had his doubts. He had a feeling that it was someone they knew, and hour or 45 minutes from Airoli. थोड़ा शॉक लगता ही है. मॉम को, शर्ली को बहुत ज़्यादा शॉक लगा. It was like, this man used to stay in my house. This man used to stay in my house. This man used to play with my kids. So it is shocking. It is disturbing to find out something like this. But when police asked him कि भाई क्यों किया ये, like what was your motive behind this? Trust me on this. It is the dumbest reason. I don't have words. It is actually the dumbest reason for abducting and murdering an 8-year-old child. The only reason he did this was because he wanted to take revenge on Shirley. So few months prior, they had a normal get together, normal lunch or dinner, like they usually did. So during that get together, kids got into a fight. They're kids. What do you expect? They'll get into fight, they'll make up, end of the topic. But no, adults had to get involved. And when adults got involved, Shirley, in a heat of a moment, said, तू जिधर जाता है उधर ही जा और उधर जाके मर. Basically, as I said, that he worked in Navy, so he used to stay there for months sometimes. So that's what she meant, that udhar jaake mar, like go there and just die. And he got offended. And even he said few things. He said some stuff.
तिनं त्याला काही शिवीगाळ पण केली होती की तू आता बोटीवर जा आणि परत येऊ नकोस, तिकडेच मर, अशा प्रकारची भाषा वापरली होती. आणि त्यानं पण त्यावेळी भाषा वापरली होती की तूच आता बघ 2-3 महिन्यात तू सुद्धा मरशील.
For Shirley at least, it was it. She thought that कि हाँ ठीक है, हो गया, बोल दिया. बट वो उधर के उधर ख़त्म हो गया. वो उस दिन में ही ख़त्म हो गया. इट्स फैमिली. दे आर फैमिली में ऐसा सब होता है. किसके फैमिली में नहीं होता? वी आर्ग्यू, वी say some stuff which we are not supposed to say, but then we solve it. We are like, okay, fine, move on. But this man, no, what is moving on? This man decided not to move on, and this man decided to take a revenge on 8-year-old girl, and that is the only reason he abducted and murdered her. The only reason, so that he can see Shirley cry and suffer. And he thought that he can fool police, and so he decided to join the search party. But you can't fool, you can't, just can't. As of now, there is no clear report that how many years he's facing or what the verdict was. But I just hope that he's still in jail and he'll stay in jail.
मेरे को खाली इतना फीलिंग है कि मेरे उसका जो क्राइम जिसने इसको मारा उसको खाली पनिशमेंट मिले बस. बेटी को उसने मारा, उसको भी मारना चाहिए. उसको खाली फांसी मिलना चाहिए. hang till death.
Now, there are few things. One, after showing the location, he denied doing it. Like when they told him that, like, we have evidence, we can see you in CCTV footage, this is you, that is your car. He said that he just took her for the ride. He was in the area. He saw Francilla get off the bus, so he called her, and she was the one who insisted that she wants to go on a ride in her uncle's car. So, being the sweetest uncle he is, he decided to take her for a ride. Who are you fooling, you dumbass man? Whom are you fooling? Like, seriously. If that was the reason, then why didn't you tell police earlier? But yeah, I met her, I saw her, I took her for a ride, then I dropped her near the building. But you didn't. Why would you hide that if you did nothing wrong? And most important thing, how did you know where her dead body was? If you did nothing, how did you know where her body was? And this man, oh my god, this man actually forgot his briefcase near her body. So he took his friend to that location, made him stop there, went inside that bushes, got his bag, and went home. Even then, you didn't feel like, oh my god, what have I done? I just can't. This guy actually has crossed all the limits, all the limits for me. And as I said, as for the final verdict, I have not found any information. But if in case I find any information, I will do include it in future videos as a small update section. But for now, I don't. And for the family, her brother was actually very devastated. He just stopped talking. He used to just ask, he just asked one thing, that where is Francilla? Is she coming back? Is she hurt? क्या बताते यार, 3 साल के बच्चे को क्या बताते उसकी बहन के साथ क्या हुआ है. Her dad decided that as soon as the trial was done, as soon as the case was over, they'll go back to their native place and never come back. But I really, really, really hope that justice is served and he's still in jail and he never comes back. That's it for today's video, I guess. I know it was not perfect, but I'm trying, and I just hope that it gets better. That's it for today's video. I hope you like it. I hope you understood what I am trying to do here, and I'll see you in next video, and hopefully next video will be up soon. I have started working on my next video too. I am trying to be consistent. So yeah, see you in next video. Till then, please do take care of yourself and your loved ones.